Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Antonia and I'm a 400 level student of the Department of Medical Rehabilitation, what you know as physiotherapy, in University of Nigeria in Nsukka, but currently I'm at University of Nigeria Enugu campus. Like, this is our main base as physiotherapy students. We're under HESA. So it's been so long I made a long video like this, sat down to make videos like this, and I'm starting a new series, which is the 100 level series. So I'm doing this series because people are going to resume school this month. If I'm not mistaken, it should be this month, December or January. Some students would actually resume now, others would resume January. So basically I'll be talking about, or I'll be sharing my experiences with you as a fresher. So I'll be telling you what I experienced as a fresher, so you could learn, you will pick up some lessons, and know how to go about it as a 100 level student. Because I literally built my entire should I say my GP and everything. I experienced a whole lot as a 100 level student. So if you are watching this video, it's either you have gotten admission already to study physiotherapy in UNN, and like me, you're searching for information, you're searching for knowledge, you just want to know what to expect before you even resume. And just like you, when I was in 100 level, I searched for videos, but I really couldn't find it, so I thought I should create this for you. Another reason you could be watching this is probably you actually want to study physiotherapy in maybe UNN or in another school, or you're just a passerby, or you just enjoy watching the videos. So any of them, just stick around. So basically, once upon a time, medical rehabilitation used to be one of the courses I used to be on that shopping form. So it was a course that many people were not actually aware of. They were not aware of the benefits. Even myself, it's after I had literally searched for admission for medicine for a long time that I ended up here in this department. So basically, in this department, you see people mostly that wanted to study medicine, but for one reason or the other, we couldn't meet up with the cut-off mark. So we ended up either being pushed to this course or shopped for this course, and some shopped with the hope that after 100 level they are going to change to medicine. It worked out for some, it didn't work out for some, and for some of us like me, we decided, or we fell in love with the course and we stayed back. So if you're watching this video, it might actually be on your mind, or probably I could make a special video on that. So let's talk about my entire 100 level experience. So you might want to watch my jam videos when I talked about how it took me 3 years trying to get medicine, and I ended up shopping for medical rehabilitation in UNN for some reasons I explained in that video. So after I got my admission, like, I was super excited. I wanted to go to school after so many years, and all of that. But I had a lot of constraints, I had a lot of restraints, I had a lot of issues from accommodation, clearance, lectures. I faced a whole lot. I needed somebody to talk to, I needed a friend, I needed a guide, but I didn't know anybody as at then. So I basically was doing everything, standing on my own. And for someone that had lived in Akwa Ibom all through her life, knew nobody in Enugu, so it's like a fresh start for me, with no connection, with nobody, with no friend, with nothing. So after I got admission, I accepted my admission, I got all my documents. I was in Oka as a day with my sister, in my clothes, my everything, because that was when ASU went on strike, and so they had just called on strike. So I just went ahead and stayed with my sister, so it could be easy for me to resume. So I paid my acceptance fee, I paid my school fees, I created my profile, so I was ready to start. The only thing that held me back was accommodation. Accommodation is a very serious issue, or should I say was a very, is because it has still been a very serious issue for me after I had crossed over to 200 level. So I never intended to stay off campus. All my intents was to stay in the school hostel actually. So when I came for post-UTME, I had this church member that studied medicine in UNN at then. So she was supposed to accommodate me in a hostel for post-UTME, but she had already crossed over. So she just linked me up with her cousin. So I stayed in the hostel for a while, and it wasn't the best, there's no privacy, there's no, like, it could be 3 to 4 people in a room. There's general toilets, general bedroom, no kitchen. You cook in your room. So it's what it was. And the hostel people, they have Wi-Fi. But then the hostel, when I stayed there, I was really comfortable. I didn't need something that was going to stress me, because living off campus is stress. I didn't want to be disturbing my parents to be sending me transport money, and all of that. I didn't want to be trekking to school. I didn't want anything that would make me to spend extra. So I had already made up my mind that I was going to stay in the hostel. Now, all the medical students, medicine, radiography, nursing, medical rehabilitation, they had just one hostel assigned to us. So imagine the thousands of students that are competing for just one hostel slot. And I didn't get the information on time, so I waited for hostel, and I even paid my school fees on time. When it was time to log in, I tried my best to log in, but tell me why the network was so bad that day. I couldn't even log in. I couldn't get hostel. Before you knew it, hostel was gone. And I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it. There's what they call hostel racketeering. So I didn't even know. It was after I had come to the school that I actually realized that only one hostel was assigned to all the medical students, nursing, physiotherapy, and then the rest of the hostels. And that my friend was in, her cousin was in radiography, but she had a room in another hostel, Ajamu hostel. It was after I had actually asked them for information, but nobody was honest with me to tell me about hostel racketeering. But the school is against it, so I don't know if it's still working now. So how that work was, those people that easily get into the portal, they will get hostel, then maybe for 25k they will resell it for 50, 75k. So nobody told me about it, because probably if I knew about it, I would have gotten a slot from somebody. So I was a novice, no information. That's why I'm telling you now, so that you know that getting hostel in UNN, getting hostel in UNIC is like survival of the fittest. So that was it. So I waited, still trying to get hostel in my foolishness. So at the end of the day, I gave up. I'm like, okay, let's get a lodge. This video is getting too long, so I'm going to cut it here and continue about my accommodation experience in the next video.